Alright, what's up everybody, it's Spliff, and today we are playing some World War II. Good start to that game, am I right? Get fucked. No scopes are super inconsistent in this game. Apparently, there's a misconception where they go in your crosshairs, and that was the case, but not anymore. It just goes anywhere on the screen. So it's kind of unfortunate, because then you can't rely on no scopes when the going gets tough. It's alright. Okay, so I'm done with school. I know I talk about school a lot, but I have to. It's always there. So I'm done with school. It's wintertime. That means I have more free time, but the only problem is that I'll be going home on the weekdays. And then on the weekends, I'll be trying to come back here and visit so I can record and feed the fish that we got. So, my schedule is going to be switching up just for today. It's going to be probably Saturdays on the weekends. Except for the first week, because that's like Christmas and shit. But in the future, for this weekend, it's going to be God damn it! It's going to be on the weekends. These fucking scrubs, dude. These guys are all over the place. I've been having a lot of issues when it comes to quickscoping. I'm not doing too hot. Holy shit. You guys see that? That was a split quad. I think that counts. Hold on. I totally forgot to start recording. So I'll do that now. Seriously? That dude's got a sniper. And is a machine gun. Get out of here. Oh. Damn. Okay, so they've nerfed the bar 3 times now. And I'd just like to point out that it's still really fucking good. It's still really good. God damn it. So I'm not really sure what they're doing right now. I feel like Sledgehammer is just all over the fucking place. They are just... It's almost like they had a box and it was like, here's a box full of things that you can put into Call of Duty. Jesus Christ. I choked so hard there. Here's a box of things that you can put into Call of Duty. And they grabbed all the people that work at Call of Duty. And they were like, okay, now just reach in and pull out an item and tell us what it is. And they all reach in, they grab their items. And then that's how they make the game. That's it. It's stupid. Because there's a lot of things that are just weird, and the decision choices. Like, first off, headquarters wasn't even supposed to be in the game. The snipers are super inconsistent, so like the first 3 snipers, their scoping time is maybe a little bit on the slow side, but for the most part is normal. And then you have the car, which zooms in super fast and is a one-shot basically anywhere. Like, I know that they wanted the last sniper to be good, but holy hell, it's almost as good as the intervention. And then you have the SMGs, which are pea shooters. You have the assault rifles, where it's like the BAR and the PPSH are the only good ones. Shotguns are completely useless. The whole like mountain division shit, there's only like 2 actually decent perks. Like, these divisions are hindering people more than they're actually making creativity flourish, I guess, because the Pick 10 is clearly superior. One of my friends, Mitch, said that he prefers the divisions because there's less variation in the classes that people can choose, so you can kind of prepare and counter for these classes because certain classes can only be done with certain divisions. While with Pick 10, it's like you could have somebody running around with a knife with 8 different perks on, and you can't really prepare for that. So I kind of understand where he's coming from, but I still think Pick 10 is slightly superior than the divisions. Just because it's Call of Duty. If it was like a competitive game, then yeah, I can understand that. Why do I keep spawning next to him? Thank you. Oh my god, I was about to die again. Ah! Bullshit. Oh no. Holy shit! Oh. So yeah, 17 and 19. That did not go very well. I don't know. The way I feel about these maps is a lot of them... Oh, the game's almost over. Whatever. I feel like a lot of the maps are just flat 3 lanes. Like, if you think back to... I know I referenced Modern Warfare 2 a lot, but it's the best example. Because Modern Warfare 2 has easily the best maps. So if you think back to Modern Warfare 2, there were all sorts of elevations when it came to that game. Like, you had Quarry, where you can sit on the crane, or on top of the farm building, whatever that building is called, with the giant ladder. There is like Estate, where one side's at the bottom of a hill and one side's on top of the hill. That's where the house is. There is like Favela, where there's the street corridors and then there's like on top of the buildings. And then there's even lower. There's like High Rise, where you can get on top of the helicopter pad and on top of the 2 buildings on either side. There's just lots of places where you can get up onto or go under and like travel up and down and vertically, as opposed to just being flat. Like a lot of these maps, like this map, very flat. There's like a little bit of a dip where the AA turrets are, but nothing too major. If you look at Point Du Hoc, all flat. It's all along the same plane, maybe a few feet of elevation you get or going inside a building. There's Sainte Marie, all flat except for buildings. All of the maps are just really flat. The only map that doesn't really have that much flatness is Gustav Cannon, because of the cannon. But other than that, you're basically just playing on 3 lanes, just straight flat. And that's why I think a lot of the maps aren't very good. Now, I know they've been slowly moving over to these flat maps, but I think it's biting them in the ass, because these maps are extra terrible. Like, even Karachi, you had the 3 bridges, but you can go under the bridges. There's Underpass, where you had all the way in the warehouse on the right side. You go way under there, and you could go between the 2 areas through the sewage. I mean, even Rust, the smallest map in the game, had that fucking tower in the middle. I don't see why all of these maps have to be so flat. Why is there no... Did people complain about verticality in camping? Because that might have been the problem. I just find it funny that people were all like, oh, we want boots on the ground. We don't want these jetpacks anymore. But then the minute they get boots on the ground, they're calling it a camp fest. It's like, well, no shit, it's going to be a camp fest. It's boots on the ground. You can't jump through windows anymore at 2 stories. The only reason there was less camping was because of being able to jump 2 stories. Damn, guys. So this is my new gun. It's the invisible type. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Yeah, I think I need to leave this game. I did well for about one game, and then it all went downhill from there. It is not going well. I'll tell you that. Let me tell you a little bit. It's really not going well. Now, this might be because I'm focusing too much. And when I tend to, not focus, when I tend to try too hard, my stats start to suffer, if that makes sense. The best way for me to play is to just go autopilot mode. If I'm focusing too much, it's not going to go well. This dude's going to come over here and spawn. I'm dead. I'm alive. And I'm dead. I don't know, I've noticed it a lot in Super Smash Brothers, where if I try to focus too much, I lose that autopilot, and it causes me to play worse because I'm not really... I'm thinking too much about it, I guess would be the best way to put it. Dude, the fucking screen shake. Like, everywhere I go, a nade could be half a kilometer away, and I'm fucking getting screen shake, and this dude's on fire. Just noticed that. I'm trying not to lose my KD, but... This is crazy, dude. These kids just shit all over me. Oh, my KD's taking a tumble! Hey, that's me. Look at these assholes, dude. I don't get it. Alright, well, I hit a pretty solid clip. I might just use that in the montage, but... Yeah, I've been playing this game quite a bit. And I'm trying to do a montage. The only problem is I'm not hitting clips as fast enough as I'd like. So... I've hit like 2. And I have a bunch of backups just in case. And at that rate, I'm really not going to get anything done. I really need like 5 to 6 clips to really get something going. I don't know. We'll see though. So, I talked about some weird design choices by Sledgehammer. Talked about some Call of Duters. I did some other things. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what I talked about. I just kind of let it flow. I talked about trying to be a robot when you play. If you think too much about it, you're going to have a bad time. If you just let yourself become immersed into the game and you just go full autopilot mode, you'll be good. That's the best way I can put it. So, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Do your tongue still remember the taste of my lips?